Hello and welcome to the calendar videos for the Staffordshire Moorlands calendar 2023, and I thought I'd start the video by showing you what sort of goes into making one of the calendar photos. So I'm out now on a shoot. It's December, I'm up near Flash and it's very cold, but as you can see it's lovely and snowy. And this is shooting for probably January 2024, maybe even November or December 2024 if I get something that looks really nice. I've always wanted to photograph Flash and I thought you need to do it in the snow. So this is what my working sort of conditions look like today. And we'll go back home now and take you to the video for this month's picture. Bye bye.
Well, I'm back in the warm in the office, and welcome to the video for January's picture in the 2023 calendar. So this is the picture, and I will apologise because a little bit later in the video I'll say it's very like the weather I had. And it isn't. There was a lot more snow on the ground. I had forgotten how much snow there actually was. And as you can see here, the snow as I was walking out to take the photo. Was taken around the same time of day. You can see the sun is just peeping up over the hill. So I'll let the video start and speak to you later.
Well, this wasn't on the plan for today, but I woke up this morning and the light and the frost is just like when I took the calendar picture, I should say. So instead of sitting in my office and working on photos of tools, I'm out here freezing because I can't operate my camera phone with gloves on, so my hand is absolutely frozen, but it's beautiful. I don't know how much you can make out of what it's like behind me. I wonder if it'll focus up on that. As you can see, it's very, very like the photograph. It's a freezing cold morning, so I'm down here on Tunnel Pool just outside Leek. It's a beautiful morning. The sun's literally just popping up over the hills over there, and you can see back up to Ladridge. My house is one of those, so this is looking down on my view from my bedroom window, which is always a treat. And go back round and you can see Tunnel Pool frozen over behind me, and then just there, just over my shoulder, is the top of the tunnel. So this is what it looks like. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a privilege to be out and about at this time of the morning, being able to say I'm working, which is a very strange way of making a living, but a lovely one. I'm going to have to put my phone down now because my fingers are about to drop off. But I'm going to stroll along the canal, take a few more pictures, and then probably head home and start doing some proper work, working on some photos of some drill bits for a company. Actually, this company, Pitbull, Today's Tools. Thank you very much, Dave, for the hat. It's about the only thing keeping my ears on. Right, I'll get back to work. Bye-bye. just thought I would stop and show you this stunning view. I've just walked over Tunnel Pool, which is down there, and strolled along the canal. My fingers have just warmed up from the last video. The thermometer says it's about -5, and I can operate my proper camera wearing gloves. It's one of the things I always do, is to check I can, when I buy a pair of gloves, I always check I can use my camera. But for a phone with a finger, it's all fingertips and touch sensitive things, gloves have to come off, I'm afraid, and the fingers have to get cold. But just look at this. Isn't it absolutely gorgeous? Seen a couple of people. And there's my shadow. And back where we come. Isn't that lovely? If it wasn't for the traffic noise on the main link to Shelton Road, it would be absolutely silent as well. Apart from some idiot talking to himself here. Right, my hand's getting cold. I will wander on, take some more photos, and maybe do a bit of video a bit later. Right, my hand's warmed up just enough for me to do another little video. This is one of my favourite spots to photograph. It always gives you some nice light. Have I mentioned how cold it is? It's freezing. My fingers are actually too cold to do this, but I can just about operate the camera, so I'll take some more photos. But it is still incredibly lovely. I don't know if you can see that. As a photographer, video isn't my natural thing to do. Pictures shouldn't move, but there you go. Right, I've swapped the camera around so you can see the view without me obscuring it, which I think is a lot better. We refer to bridges, me and my wife, or my wife and I, as portals, or certain bridges. There's a couple on this canal, this is one of them. And it's weird. This side, the canal is quite enclosed and has a certain feel to it. And then you go under the bridge, or through the portal, and on the other side, the canal's a totally different feel to it. It's a big, wide open space. And they're quite magical in their way. I think the cold must be getting to my brain somewhat. There you go. Got a dog walker coming up behind me as well, so she'll think I'm totally off my rocker. Unless she's a fan and watches the videos, of course, and then I've made her famous. Right, so I'll speed up so I can get through the portal and show you what I mean by the feel of the canal. The light helps as well, of course, as we go into the shadow of this bank. And then through the portal. Oh, this sounds good. Hope you're catching that on the mic. And into a wide open space. Most of the year there's boats moored here. The first sign of spring and summer is boats coming down onto this end of the canal. But as you can see from the enclosed canal on the other side to this massive wide open space. It's brilliant. Right, onward and onward. So I'm doing a mix of video with my camera, which this is taken on, and my phone. The phone's easier to use, and I presume the camera should be better quality, but we'll find out when we get back. This is the first time I've tried to do some live action for the calendar videos. I hope it makes it more interesting. It's certainly a lot more work, but I do feel slightly guilty when I say work and I'm out wandering around in such beautiful conditions. Spent a lot of my working life in offices, factories, shops. So to have a job that means you can get out into the fresh air and do something you love is quite special. I certainly don't get that Monday morning feeling that I used to get for, what, 30 years of my working life? I was never exactly a model employee, probably some of my bosses will say. But it does help when you do what you love what you do. And apart from the cold, and have I mentioned how cold this is, it's absolutely beautiful this morning. I'm dragging my heels a little bit on the excuse of doing more filming to test it out. I do need to get back and do some proper work, but how can you not want to stay when it's like this? It's absolutely gorgeous. I am getting some strange looks from the dog walkers. For starters, I'm not accompanied by my usual dogs, and the second one, I'm talking to myself. And as blokes will probably sympathise, a single bloke walking around in the countryside is always looked at strangely anyway. We're not all mad axe murderers or rapists. Sometimes we have got legitimate reasons to just be out and about and enjoying the countryside. Isn't this lovely? One thing I have noticed though, that the video mode on my camera, coupled with the absolutely freezing temperatures, are eating the batteries like nobody's business. So I think if nothing else, the lack of electricity will stop play. And it's not as if I haven't got enough batteries with me. It's just really getting through them today. That's a lesson learned, I think. Right, enough of me blabbering on. I'll probably do a bit more voiceover when I get back to the office and finish the video off. But hopefully you'll like this new style of video. I'm doing all the videos in one takes. I'm not pre-planning exactly what I'm saying. You're getting sort of me, unfortunately, for better or worse. But yeah, if you like it, I'll do more like this. If you don't, I'll not make the effort and do the old videos. Unless I enjoyed it, and I think I did. It's lovely. Right, back to the office.